Good afternoon everybody at Rushmere, and welcome again to another one of Mr Neary's challenges. Now I hope that you really enjoyed the challenge, body management challenge that I set for you yesterday. I hope that we had really creative minds and we did really well in creating our own form of body management skill. Remember, that could have been involving anything to do with balance, strength, flexibility, 1, 2 or all 3 of those in one body management skill. And don't forget that I wanted to see, when we return to school, some of those beautiful skills written down in our resource books, so it means that then you can perform them and show them to me as well as remember them. Okay, so today's activity and challenge is a really good, fun, entertaining one for not just you but for the whole family. I would really like to see some of the parents, adults, carers getting involved in the activity that I've got set for you today. It is there to be really good fun. It's designed for you to get together as a family and make each other laugh. That's the whole idea, as well as, of course, enjoy some of this beautiful sunshine that we have outside today, if we can do this outside. We don't have to do it outside, but we can do it outside if that's possible. Now, behind me, you're probably wondering why there are toilet rolls on my, what I call my new stage. It's usually my decky area where we sit and have our lovely barbecues and things, but it has been transformed into the Rushmere stage for Mr Neary to show you all of these different skills that we are going through. Now, the reason why the toilet rolls are there is because today's challenge will only require you to have 5 toilet rolls. Now, I know that in the last few weeks that toilet rolls have been really difficult to get hold of. However, I know that they're becoming far more available, and so therefore you will need 5. You don't have to do this one if you don't have 5. You can do it tomorrow or when you do have 5. If not, try and find an alternative. Again, you could use a cushion or a pillow and just stack those up, so it means that then everybody can get involved. Now, the objective of today's challenge is going to be to try and get this pile of toilet roll over to this pile of toilet roll, but there is one thing that's going to make that really difficult, and that thing is the fact, or that rule is the fact, that you are unable to use your hands. You are not allowed to use your hands to get the toilet rolls from this pile over to that pile. Now, you can set the distance. If you want the distance to be 6 to 8 foot like I have here, that's fine. If you want to make it much further, then you can, and it depends on how much space that you have. But I'm going to do a little demonstration for you in a moment on how to try and do it. There are 2 different main methods. One is using your arms and your elbows that you can pick and move. And then the other one is the really funny one where you end up dropping and making yourself look really silly. And that is trying to use your legs to try and control the toilet rolls from one to the other. Now, to practice our coordination and to also practice our movement and our balance and things like that, then I want you to try and place the toilet rolls onto the actual pile. So don't just throw them in that direction. To complete this challenge and this task, they have to be placed on top of the other pile. So what you would do is you would set a timer. I'm not going to time myself for this one because I'm going to do it slowly so you can see. But you would set a timer. You can press go. Okay, and then when you stop, in fact, before you press go, you need to be standing behind this marker here. So the smallest pile first. You would then press go. You run across, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to use my elbows. You come down, you collect, and then we move over and we place them on the pile. And again, we've got to try and do it as quickly as we possibly can. Okay, because the timer would be running, and you've got to pick them up. Oh my goodness, nearly dropped it. Down, and last one. There we go, elbows, 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 and down. Good, okay, so that would be challenge number 1 completed. You would, of course, stop your timer and see how long it's taken you to get one pile over to the other pile, and then you can do it 2 or 3 times or see who is the fastest in the family. So that's number 1. The other option, okay, let's put that here so we can see it. The other option is to try and make it a little bit more difficult by not using your upper body at all. So it means you must use your legs only. Now, this one does make it far more entertaining, but I will try and show you 1 or 2 of them. If you drop them, or if I drop them, you can laugh at me, that's fine. But then you've got to try and pick it up with your legs only and place it back onto that pile. So again, you would start on this side. You would get ready. You'd set go. You'd run across. And then again, here we go. I'm going to try and control them. Absolutely, I do look silly, I know, and oh no, and I dropped it. So you go down, you've got to pick it up, bring it over. Oh, I'm having a nightmare. And as you can see, it's quite tough. That would be one, that would be one. Good, and then I'd move over, do the same thing again with your knees. You can feel this one's going to fall straight away. There we go, so good, again, picking them up. Quickly as you can, bring them over, and oh no! And if they fall, just like that, then it means that you've got to pick them up with your knees and try and replace them back into the pile. Try not to give up, try to keep going. So I would then pick these up, put them in the pile. Once the whole pile has been built, then it means you can stop your timer. Okay, so the easier version, level 1, using your elbows. Level 2, try and do it with your knees. You can see just how difficult that was. When they collapsed again, it means I'd have to pick them back up with my knees or my feet and try and put them back on the pile. Once the pile is complete, that's when you end up stopping your timer. Okay, so that's your challenge of the day. Have some fun with it. Try and do it 2 or 3 times. Don't forget to write it down in your resource books and write down the names, your results, as well as which levels you've completed. Was it level 1, level 2, and even better, try and do both. Okay, enjoy the challenge, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday.